goes to the Lakers. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Reshade in at the 5 spot. Good on the shot. Lynn's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Lakers.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Well, Jeremy Lin making $15 million this season, that what they call poison pill portion of his contract. It's big money, and playing in a contract year sometimes can add some pressure. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds this year.
Here is Bryant, following the basket by LeBron James. Pick up by Hill. Kobe, the pass to Hill. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread for. He's not a great perimeter shooter. So the fit with their spread out system might have limited his playing time.
That's good.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now here's Kobe. Screen by Boozer. And play stops. Whistling what looks to be an illegal screen.
And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. Where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
James against Boozer. And Boozer with the block. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And here we go now with Jeremy Lin. Outside Bryant. Jacks up a 3. Reshade grabs the board.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league. He's a quality defender as well, and he can play some center. If he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch. Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy start to finish.
And so Irving nails both of them. And for Kyrie, you know, he can play all 82, Steve, and put this all to rest, but when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do. He's got to put together a season or 2 where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will put that label to rest. And it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year. Nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
LA's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And stolen by Love. Here's Waiters. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Cleveland?
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive. Putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2 for 1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, you get the ball back, 1 more shot.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Randall's checked in for Hill. Davis comes in for Carlos Boozer. Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Reshade. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Mike Miller's checked in for Waiters. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Nash picks to Young. There's the killer two-handed slam. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Miller with a wide open look. Another shot. Marion. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, the thing they tried to establish right away was the presence down low. You look at the points in the paint. I think that's been the difference.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Steve, that they're not settling for the outside shots. I mean, go in there and get what you want. Keep attacking the rim.
We've got Davis. Ashes out there with Nick Young. Then it's Johnson, and it's Randall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Cavs were an all-out mess last year. A lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
Now here's James. And shot on the way. Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
With the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It's something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
Now here's James. Following the miss by Julius Randle. The drive by James, and he gets it to go. LeBron got his second bucket.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
Now it's sent it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, and confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks.
Heading into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Zachary, he's checked in for Randall. Ian Kelly comes in for Ed Davis. Bryant, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Nance. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of praise has been sent Kobe's way over the years, but perhaps one of the biggest I heard last season was when Grant Hill called him the toughest person he ever had to guard.
And Clark, that may not seem too out of the ordinary, but you look at all the stars that Grant Hill faced during his career, and there are a lot of big names on that list.
Yes, Hill certainly had a large collection of superstar wings to choose from, but it's hard to argue against his selection of Kobe Bryant.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Kobe Bryant in his 19th season in the league, but remember, he's played in 220 career playoff games. That's almost 3 additional seasons worth of games. When you factor in his play with Team USA, he's got a lot of mileage on those legs.
That is good.
Good job there by Varejao setting that screen.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
Here's Kobe. Again, the miss by Bryant. And Kobe Bryant, top 5 in all-time minutes played.
And Kevin, you know those minutes add up, but he's found ways to overcome the wear and tear and still remain effective. His great skill level and ability to make tough contested shots remains valid.
Just 4 to shoot. And it's Irving missing.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Shots good from Young.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And it's 7 points for Kyrie Irving. And we've reached halftime in this one. The second half about to start here in just a few moments. Kyrie Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, he had a sensational first half, which was made, I think, even more significant given the amount of extra defensive help was paid to him.
Yeah, but for him, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less. And I'll bet he continues to do the same kind of damage through the final 2 quarters.
On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the 5 down low. The Los Angeles Lakers, the NBA's most successful franchise over the last 3 decades, since 1980. 10, guys, count them, 10 titles.
It's remarkable, and they've led the way from a business standpoint as well, Kevin. They pioneered televising their home games where some teams have worried about undercutting ticket sales. A lot of great ideas and dynamics that have helped this franchise become what it is.
And Bryant kicks to Lynn, beyond the arc, offensive rebound, and chance shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And the first one drops. Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard when those distractions are circulating for you to be effective.
Irving attacking. Love dishes to Irving. LeBron outside. There's the pass to Waiters. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Waiters got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland. Lakers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And with Cleveland, it was just a train of events that led to the bad environment between players getting into it with each other and saying they wanted out of Cleveland. Some players saying it was about their brand and nothing else. They did everything they could do to get things in order this summer and did a pretty good job of it.
On better footing now, for sure.
Oh, he's so hard to stop, guys, because it poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
LeBron kicks to Waiters. Boom, he jams it straight down. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And the Lakers with some changes. Randall's checked in for Hill. Davis comes in for Carlos Boozer. Young is subbed in for Wesley Johnson. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
And you consider him a genius-level coach. Thanks. We'll see how he does.
And for the Cavs, they needed to have a big change in culture, and they seemingly did that with bringing LeBron back into the fold and hiring Black. You can expect them to be solely focused on winning games this season.
Well, Ed Davis, in his 5th season out of North Carolina, he's had to battle for minutes both in Toronto and Memphis, but has produced when he's been on the court. An active, athletic big man. He's a player to watch.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Kobe. Here's Davis. The Cavaliers pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Waiters. And now a 12-point Cleveland lead. Here's Kobe. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and completes the layup. Bryant got 17. Now LeBron, 8 points for him. Here's Thompson using his post move to get the 2 points. And the Cavaliers lead by 12. And here's Kobe. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 12. And In time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Really excellent feed here, and I know we're used to seeing this guy score, but he is no slouch at creating passes and opportunities for his teammates, and he showcases that skill right here on that replay.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. Inside, it's Bruiser and Hill. And it's Johnson in it, the small forward. Here's Irving, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Excellent D there from Hill.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
Here's Johnson, and here's a nice one-handed slam.
A great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Lakers trail by 10. Kobe attacking outside. Lynn. Johnson kicks to Lynn. Kobe again. Miller. Back to Lynn. Fires from deep. Bruiser passes to Hill. Bryant has the open look. That's short off the rim.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
For the Cavaliers, Love comes in for Thompson. And Dion Waiters sub in for Mike Miller.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe for that zone.
No reason not to be.
Might as well remove all doubt, right?
Now here's LeBron. LeBron is doubled. And there's kicks to LeBron. 5 on the clock. That's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
For 3, Kobe. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Cavaliers.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for them too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Dion Waiters. You look at the energy brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see he was a difference maker.
Bryant. Outside, Lynn. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Second shot opportunity. Verejao grabs the board.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Irving with the ball. And the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron fans obviously love seeing both you and Kobe on the court out there competing. What does it mean to you in a game like tonight?
It means a lot to go against him. That's somebody I idolized when I was in high school, and be on the same floor with him, 2 times a year. It's great. He's one of the best of all time. Still one of the best in the league today, and it's always good when you get someone that you know is going to compete every possession.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke,